Your Air Academy cadets just winning a state championship. Any fuel for you coming from that? Your little bro and all those guys.
Yeah, absolutely. He has got bragging rights on me now. Got one more, so absolutely, it's a callback to good times and some really good team play that got us there. So I think there's no reason where we can't make another run, but it's a whole different situation, definitely at the college level. So gonna learn from that experience, but definitely a little different now.
We, as fans of all kinds of sports, the NCAA tournament is a big deal. And this is your second go around now. You don't take it for granted, I'm assuming?
No.
Yeah. Well, not that you play any harder, but what's the magic in playing in the NCAA tournament, I guess?
I think it's a one and done kind of thing. So it resets for everybody. So Central Arkansas or Wake Forest doesn't matter. It's win or go home. So what that gives you is extra motivation. Mistakes of the past, accolades of the past don't matter. So we got to prove we're a good team again. So our record of 15 wins, yeah, that was great. Yeah, we're gonna build on that, hopefully in the next years, but we can't look past, any team in this game coming Thursday is all that matters right now. So,
this question for both of you. To start with Austin, though. This time around, obviously, it's a home game to start it off. Is there a difference in the excitement level going into the tournament, knowing that you get to start here at home?
Yes, sir, absolutely. So we didn't get to play our senior day game, so this is kind of really sweet just to be able to play one more time at the Cadet Falcon Stadium, especially for the seniors. And we're familiar here. We love playing at home. Our record shows that, and there's no better thing to play in front of your fans and people that have supported you to get that far. So,
have you noticed a change in the excitement level, Coach, because it is a home game for this opening round game?
The real excitement and the heartbeats went up when they announced our name. So once they named that it's a selection show, celebrate, enjoy it, and then refocus. But we came back from the tournament kind of one game down that we thought we should have won. So having another opportunity to get back on the pitch and win is everything. We reset that just coming back on Saturday night so we could train on Sunday, and then we trained on Monday morning right before the selection show.
How does having gone through the process from a selection show to a game day last year help you this time around?
Just knowing all the steps you have to go, but the best thing that we take out of the whole equation is the travel. Virginia Tech is in the middle of Virginia, and it's like flying to D.C. and get on a bus for 5 hours. Our longest trip will be from the hotel up here for about 22 minutes and get on the pitch and warm up. So being home is everything. Like Austin said, our home crowd, our home field, the local families that come out, having Colorado players on the team that can show that we have some great players right here in the state. It's a great experience for these guys.
Austin, I guess what was the mood like after that WAC semifinal, and how tense was kind of going into that selection show for the team?
Definitely tense. That was not how we wanted to get in. Obviously we always want the automatic bid because then there's no question. It's just where you are. But yeah, it was tense just because we felt we should have won that game. That's the way soccer is. Sometimes the best team doesn't always win, and the ball just didn't roll our way. So we were down, but at the same time, I think looking back on it has now helped us to refocus and given us fuel. Not that we needed more, but we have more to come out strong on Thursday.
And how frustrating was it for you guys not to score Friday? It seemed like the chances were there and the possession was there for a lot of the game. How frustrating was it to see that one end that way?
Very frustrating, but at the same time, we got to learn from it. So it can be frustrating, but if we don't learn from it, then that becomes detrimental to our play. So we didn't let that happen. We've had some really good practices, as Coach mentioned, and I think our offense is going to be back on track come Thursday, and I think we learned a lot from that shutout. So how we can adjust, how we can be a little more composed and put those goals away.
And Doug, was there any surprise that you guys weren't traveling?
We were hoping not to travel. I think when you have a top 20 seeding most of the year, And I think when you had as many goals as we had all year and our record itself, I mean, count how many teams that have 15 wins. So if you look at the numbers, there was 10 automatic qualifiers that weren't in the top 50. So you're like, okay, we're in that next set. 16 get to sit out. We were hoping to be one of those 16. That didn't happen. So let's reset, hit the reset button when we came back. We didn't get the automatic qualifier. We didn't get the first sit out, but we get to play at home because I was pretty sure we'd have a good chance if there was enough Midwest regional teams that they could pair us against.
Who taught you how to flip?
That would be my gymnastics coach. So I was a gymnast until about age 12, and just kind of stuck with it.
Did you ever do that in high school? I don't recall.
Once or twice. Yeah, I try and not do it too much. Otherwise, it's not as cool when you do it. So.
So did you? Who was it? James? Who's the other guy? James Sims.
James.
Did you teach James how to do it? Or?
I definitely helped teach him, but we all did gymnastics together. So there was a couple years where we had to relearn it, but it's just kind of once you do it, it's pretty easy to do again, kind of like riding a bike. So.
Coach, are you ever like, guys, come on, I don't need you to like turn an ankle or sprain a wrist. I guess you don't need your hands, but did you ever worry about those celebrations or anything?
I think luckily in those games, I think we were winning by 1 or 2 goals, so the little comfort level goes up. So I let them, exaggerate that celebration a little bit and not expend too much energy because to do a flip, it takes a little bit of energy and muscle to get up that high. Especially Austin's a little shorter than James, so James had to do a little more work on his.
Well, hopefully you get to do a few more.
Austin, being a Colorado Springs kid and a Colorado kid, Coach kind of mentioned this a little bit. This is a chance to showcase to the country that Colorado kids are pretty good soccer players. Is that a thought you might have even going into the NCAA tournament? I know ultimately you want to win, but is there a thought in that?
Absolutely. I think that's kind of a back burner thought that I've had my entire college career, because I've had amazing coaches and support and teammates that have been able to get me to this point, as well as James and David, other Colorado guys on the team. And I think Colorado, especially like high school students and Colorado club teams, do a really good job of producing at least a few quality players. And I think it is a message. So, like you said, my little brother is in state. And he's between you and me, he's way better than me. So, it's just a chance for other schools to see how much potential talent there is here. And in years to come, I know Coach has got a couple of sons coming up here, and it really is good to get the name out there.
And last one, and answer this as honestly as you can. How much would you like to see DU if you get by Thursday?
A lot. I mean, I don't personally know a lot of those guys on the team, which is a little surprising, but we've played against them every year, but never officially. So it's kind of been a rivalry that isn't really a rivalry, but it's there. So a lot of familiarity, and I would really love to get a shot at those guys. But not looking at all past Central Arkansas. They're going to have a very good team, and that's going to be a very tough game.